Hello, just adjust this camera slightly. So I got asked a question from Colin in the UK, and he had asked, yeah, kombucha looks great, you've told us all the benefits, how do you make it? So I'm going to show you now. It's actually really easy, and what I'm going to use is this kit that I got from GetKombucha. Now, there are other kits available. This is the one I've used, about 2 or 3 of them. This is the one that I found is absolutely the best. Dave Lindbaum's the guy that owns the company. He's kombucha daft, knows it inside out, and this is what he sells. Now, when I bought this kit, you actually got SCOBY with it. You get some of the starter liquid as well, which has got all the bacterial cultures in it. If you look in here, you also get a couple of bits of felt. It's not to make something out of, that's for putting over the top of your jar. Comes with 2 big elastic bands for sealing it as well, so you don't get things like flies and the like getting into them. You also got a big giant bag of sugar, and you also get some gloves, so you obviously don't get all contaminated. Also get the tea blend, so that's the GetKombucha blend. It does numerous different ones, all different prices, all different volumes. Does a bang load of deals as well, so if you're looking to get it, then there's loads of deals that it does on a regular basis, so you can buy in bulk as well. I said it also comes with the sugar. Comes with 2 of these little things. Now this one is being used, so we'll flip it out the other way. It's basically a little bag, and I said this one's been used, so that's why it looks a bit dark, because it's been stained with the tea. You basically put your tea leaves in here, you tighten it up, and then you put that in the water, and that's how you brew it. You leave that in for sort of 15-20 minutes. So let's put all this back in the bag. And the good thing it also gives you as well, it gives you a set of instructions, idiot's guide, even I can follow it, which is really good. And on the back he's got a few pro tips. Also what it's got, if I can find it, where is it, there we go. So he's also got something here, you can get a discount if you leave him a review as well, so you can get a free tea kit as well, which is even better. So let's move all this out of the way. And I'm going to show you how you actually brew kombucha now. So it's actually really simple. So first thing first, and just because of the kind of guy I am, I've got scales just to measure this, because I want to make sure that I do everything right. So the instructions here, depending on how much you want to make volume wise. So I generally do about 2 gallons at a time. So for 2 gallons that'll give you about 26 cups, or you'll need 26 cups of water. So you can probably see in the stove there, I've got that water, it's just about coming to the boil now. You need 5 tablespoons of the tea blend, which you put in a big giant bag. 2.5 cups of sugar. So for those that don't speak American, that's about 450-500 grams. And then you start a tea liquid, which you leave. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So I'm going to measure it out first, if I get the bowl. I've got my sugar. So the kind of sugar that you use is raw cane sugar. I got this from Target, I think. We also do a big giant bag as well, if you remember Costco. Pennies. I mean, I think something like that's about $8. And that is £10 worth, or 4.5 kilos. So it's a lot of sugar there if you need it. So what I do, measure out the sugar. Oh, it's about perfect. So I've got 495 grams, and then you pour it in the water. And over the space of sort of 5-10 minutes, that will start to dissolve. Now the sugar is a really important bit with this whole recipe, because this is what the kombucha bacteria and yeast are going to feed themselves on, and this is what produces all the other bacteria, because they eat the sugar, they produce a little bit of alcohol, they produce acetic acid, which is like vinegar. And when they do that, they're obviously little happy bugs, so they reproduce and you get lots of these bugs. When you then drink this is a probiotic that goes into your gut and helps your internal gut and helps populate it with healthy bacteria, which is what the kombucha is. So it's just fermented. Same as you get like kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, exact same principle. Yogurt as well, and beer, interestingly. So kind of similar, but different. Right, so I've got a little bag now. So what I have to do is you get your tea leaves. This is the bit where I make the mess every time. So get your blend. I normally put a board underneath it to catch everything that falls, because I'm terrible at this. It says 5 tablespoons. I generally just fill the bag. It's not big. You can't go far wrong, and the brew tastes really good off the back of it as well. So pour that in. And there's the mess, as advertised. There we go. So there's the tea leaves now. In the bag, I just tie a knot in it so it doesn't work its way out and get loads of tea leaves floating. And then once that sugar's diluted and this comes to the boil, leave it in the boil for a couple of minutes. Then all you do is switch it off after it's boiled for a few minutes. Chuck the bag in, leave it for 15-20 minutes, depending how strong you want the brew. It's much the same as when you make a coffee or a cup of tea. Everybody's different how strong they want it. So you chuck that in, leave it 15-20 minutes, however long you want it. Take it out, and then all you have to do is wait for the brew itself to cool down. You want it to get to a maximum of about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 26 Celsius for those that speak Celsius. Once you've done that, you can then put it in with your SCOBY and some of the starter liquid, and that's you. You've got your brew. You leave it for a week to 10 days, and that's it. You have new kombucha. As I said, that's about 2 gallons worth, so that lasts about a week and a half for us. Obviously, the more of this you make, then the more you'll have to store. So I've got loads of glass bottles, and it's just kombucha that I'd bought from the store. I kept the glass bottles because that's exactly what they're for. They're pretty big as well, which is good. So once that's finished boiling, it's not quite boiled yet, I'll just throw the tea bag in, and then that's me, done. I normally do this at night time, so I could leave this overnight to cool down. And I've got this down to a tea now, so I actually put in a little bit more than I need, and then I leave the lid off overnight. It cools down quicker, some of it evaporates, but actually it's just spot on. So when I have to fill my big glass jar up, then it's all on Instagram. Bye bye as well.